Hi, everybody. Sarah here. I thought I'd do a fun little tier list video today, and I thought I'd start with the Alien franchise. So I'm going to do all the movies and, of course, the one television series. So as you can see up here on my screen, I've got my tier list ready to go and the little icons. First up, I'm going to start with the absolutely worst one there is, and that is Alien vs. Predator Requiem, which I'm not even sure this should even be called an alien movie. It's really horrible. It's Alien versus Predator versus angsty teenagers. It's very like a Friday the 13th film with some xenomorphs and a predator thrown in. It is a waste of time. Don't watch it. Do not recommend. Just straight off the bat, this is an E for me. Next film, we'll stick with the Alien versus Predator and let's go with the original Alien versus Predator, which I didn't think was completely horrible. I have to admit that it was better than I thought it would be. I liked the main female character. I think she was good. I liked how she earned the respect of the Predator and they teamed up to work together to defeat the Xenomorph Queen. And I liked how at the end, even though the Predator she was working with ends up dying, I like how she gets respect from the chief or whoever he was that gives her his weapon. And I just thought that was really kind of a cool ending that, again, we had like a female badass that helped the Predator kind of take care of business and she earned the respect. I liked it. Is it like a great movie? I don't know how well it really fits in with the main alien timeline. But I liked it. So I am giving it a D because I think it just because it's and mainly I'm marking it down that low mainly because it's just sort of out of character with what the other main alien movies are. I think if it was more in line with the mainstream alien, I probably would give it a C. But for now, we're just going to go with D. The next thing, let's go with the prequels, and that is Prometheus. Which Prometheus was an okay movie. It was kind of cool to get a little bit of the backstory a bit about the aliens and the xenomorphs and learn a little more about engineers. So it was good in that way, but it wasn't real super exciting. It was kind of interesting to see how, David kind of becomes this really evil, devious character doing experiments on people and stuff. I think that was interesting. I thought the part where Shaw had to use the surgical robot on herself to remove the thing, I thought that was a really cool scene. There's some other really cool looking things, kind of, edge of your seat a little bit sometimes. It was an okay movie. I'm giving it a C. I think it's a good movie. There's some stuff in it maybe you want to see, but it's not something I'm looking to watch over and over again. Next, let's go with Covenant, which just recently rewatched that. Again, I think it's pretty good. We get to see how far down the road David and his evil ideas of experimentation could go. I feel like this movie definitely leans more into like the horror side of things than science fiction, although it is obviously a mix of both of those things. But it's interesting to kind of see how dark David characters go and how willing he is to kill people, rest in peace engineers. That was pretty horrific. And just these weird, like kind of almost Dr. Frankenstein or like Island of Dr. Moreau kind of experiments that he's doing on all these creatures. And the white xenomorphs are very creepy and scary looking. So I liked it, but I think I'm going to stick it in the C category. I don't think it's one of the better alien movies, but at least it is within that timeline. For the most part, it makes sense. The only bummer is it kind of ends on a cliffhanger. There's supposed to be a third movie. Hopefully we get to see that. That will kind of wrap some of this up. That would be good. Next, we've done some movies. So let's go with the only television series we've gotten so far. And Alien Earth. I loved this show. I loved the look of it. I loved the feel of it. Was it perfect? No, but it had a lot of great moments in it. And I think everything looked really good. Everything was scary. I liked how they really paid an homage to the earlier movies that had come before it. It's really interesting to see where this is going to go. I hope we get a season 2. Nothing official has been announced yet, but I'm really hoping we get a season 2 of Alien Earth because I really enjoyed it and I really want to see where the story's going. It really felt, again, it very much felt like it belonged in this timeline, in the Alien franchise. I really, really liked it. I think it was really well done and hopefully we get some more. So I'm going to give that Alien Earth for me is an A. I wouldn't call it S tier, probably because it's television and not movies, but as we'll see, there's a certain alien movie that's gonna hit the S tier. I think most of you could probably guess what that is. Next, let's go for another more recent one, which is Alien Romulus. I loved this. Again, it had the feel a little bit like Alien Earth, in which it took you right back into that universe that had the look and the feel, was all right and felt good. I really liked the characters and that we kind of get more of an in-depth into kind of the wider alien universe, that there's a lot of people out there that are sort of living these lives of indentured servitude, and that indentured servitude is getting abused. People work for a contracted period of time and extra time keeps getting added. And you really see why that group of people wants to go salvage things from the ship. You get their motivation. Of course, things go kind of awry after that, but I really thought it was good. I also give this one an A. I really feel that they did a really good job with it. Everything looked creepy and scary. There was a lot of good tension. Yeah, this is an A for me as well. Next, let's go to the main 4 mainline alien movies. We'll start with the 4th and work our way up. So let's start with Alien Resurrection. I did not really like this movie. It didn't really feel totally like an alien movie. Like, it felt like it would be like a good sci-fi movie if there was some other monster creature thing that they were fighting. I would have liked it, I think, a lot more, but as an alien movie, I just don't think it really works. It's not a ha-ha funny movie, but it felt like it had this sort of like comedic undercurrent to it that I just didn't like. It just didn't feel right. Even though we got Sigourney Weaver in there, it didn't feel like it should have been an alien movie. Resurrection for me is a D. Just don't really like it. The tone of it, not good for me. Aliens 3, a lot of people hate it. I actually like it pretty well. The first half of it is good up until they kill off Clemens. Once Charles Dance's character, gets killed off, the movie kind of goes downhill after that. And there's some really not great CGI in it. But the movie did give us that famous picture of Ripley up against the wall with the alien coming in. Like, that picture is from this movie, and that picture you see everywhere. So at least that's probably the best thing that came out of this movie, really. But overall, I like it. I don't think it's completely horrible. I know there's a lot of stories of like behind the scenes, the movie was a mess, but overall, I don't think it's the worst. I'm giving it a C. I think it's a decent alien movie. There's some flaws, but I think overall it's all right. And Ripley does sacrifice herself in the end. So, and we get to see her run around with the shaved head, which is kind of cool too. So next we're going to go to, okay, this is definitely Aliens. This is the S tier best movie of the Alien franchise that there is. It's one of the best sci-fi movies there's ever been of all time. That is Aliens. This is definitely an S tier movie. No doubt. We get to see Ripley as a badass. She takes on a xenomorph queen. She saves the girl. She helps everybody out as much as she can. This is just the best alien movie that exists, is Aliens. It's action, it's horror. The characters in it are great. Ripley in it is great. It's just the best, one of the best sci-fi movies that's ever been made. What else can I say? It's S tier for sure. Last, but definitely not least, is going to be the original Alien movie, which I'm going to give it an A, and I would put it above Romulus and Earth. Romulus and Earth are almost a tie for me. Maybe I'd put Romulus a little before. I think this would be my final A, would be Alien, Alien Romulus, Alien Earth. Alien, you have to give it its props. It's the original story. It definitely leans more towards the horror than the science fiction, I think. But, it's the movie that sets everything up, uh, really introduces a female lead badass, which we all gotta love, right? It's the original. I gotta give it an A. It's definitely probably my second favorite Alien to Aliens. If we want to put these C's in order here, how would I do this? I would put Alien 3 above the prequel movies, I think. I think Alien 3 would be the best C tier movie there is. Then probably follow it up with like I would put Covenant before Prometheus. That's probably how I'd rank these three on the C. I guess I didn't really have one that was a B. Everything's like either good or kind of eh. Anyway, this is my final rankings of all the Alien movies. So, if you liked this video, please, why don't you in the comments put your own list, your own ranking. Let me know where I was wrong, where I was right. And maybe let me know if you want to see more videos like this and what franchises you would like me to do. And we'll see what can happen. But anyway, please like, subscribe, comment. Y'all know what to do. And I will see you again soon.